Good morning, guys, and happy Tuesday. It's me, your host, Super Sorrel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, this morning I am going toy hunting. We're going to Smyths Toys, and we're going to go to a shopping centre where there's a big entertainer and a Menkind. So I'm going to go see what Funko products I can find. Plus, some people have been telling me that the new Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, the new Jazwares ones, should be starting to drop now. Apparently, the Smyths stores are starting to get them, like for home delivery, so I'm going to go see if my store got them. It doesn't say so on the website, but it is like first thing in the morning and they haven't officially opened yet. So they may have them today, but we'll just have to go and see. I do want a few of them. I'm not collecting the whole range, but I would like a couple of the new figures just to test them out and see what they're like compared to the old ones from Funko. Plus, I want to check out all the FUNKO Pops and just Halloween stuff in general. So we're going to go have some fun out today, guys, and I'm going to bring you guys along for a day out, for a vlog day. So without further ado, as we always start every vlog, let's do this! Okay guys, so we'll start the day off here at the entertainer, checking out the fugglers that are on the shelves. Now, the fugglers have got these new blind bags. I've seen these a couple of times now, and they've got Nickelodeon stuff in them, including SpongeBob and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, the SpongeBob ones are still here on the shelf, and so are the DC ones, and the Lord of the Rings ones, and Gremlins. But the Jaws one, I mean, I got the Jaws shark ages ago. I've done the review on the channel. But for some reason, I've just never seen it again since. It's so weird how that came and went really fast. A bunch of other stuff I've never seen before on the shelves, like these Harry Potter ones. Now, I believe these are Series 1, but I've never seen these flight packs that have got, like, Quidditch ones in. They're pretty cool. I like those. Mrs. Superstar would love those. Other than that, though, they did have a great other deal in stock. They did have the Donkey Kong figures, and they did have Batman Ninja Strike. But they only had Batman and Nightwing left, no Joker. I can't believe they didn't make a Harley Quinn in that style. Then on to Menkind. Now, I wasn't overly impressed with this Menkind today. This is the one at Leeds, and there wasn't a lot in it, to be fair. It was practically empty, which is very weird. So I'm wondering if this store might be closing down, but look at the hair on that Chucky. I thought the hair on my doll was bad, but that one's terrible. They did have this cool little display with all the Halloween pops in, but that was about the extent of the Halloween pops that they had in stock. Now, they do have these Chucky games and the Scream games in stock, but they are cheaper at B&M, so go check out B&M for those. But they did have some of the 2 for $25 on the pots, which I think is a little bit expensive. They did have some ghost face masks, but again, they want like 20 quid for the mask. I'm not paying it. They had the blood one as well, but again, I'm pretty sure I've seen that cheaper online. If you need masks and things, make sure you check out madabout-horror.co.uk. They're always my go-to for anything like, you know, masks and collectibles when it comes to horror stuff. There's also this really cool statue, but there was Art the Clown. He looked so cool, but again, about double the price of what you would pay elsewhere for it, so I'm not doing it. Then they had this really cool little section of Funkos, but they're all ones that I already own at this point. There's nothing new here at all, which again makes me think that they're trying to close this down. There was a massive clearance section as well, so I think this store is on its last legs. But I don't mean Menkind in general, I'm just talking about this particular outlet. The one at Meadowhall always has some really cool stuff in Sheffield, and the ones I've visited elsewhere are really cool, but this store just was not floating my boat today. They did have these, the new Stranger Things Series 4, I think this is upside down capsules, but £17! I know Yumi toys aren't cheap anyway, but these are not worth 17 quid. I need to see the price of these elsewhere, because 17 is rough for what it is. It's one minifigure. The TVs were only a tenner, and I thought they were expensive for what they were. These should be £5 blind bag toys. And the fact that Yumi toys will sell them later on without the blind bag aspect, they'll just sell the minifigures in a pack. So yeah, no, I'm not doing it. They had these really cool U2s though. I do love U2s. I just can't bring myself to pay the amount, they're like 30 quid. But they are nicer than Funko, I will give you that. These are beautiful little statues. I've been very tempted a few times now by the Five Nights at Freddy's ones and the little Billy the Puppet from Saw. He's very cool. Now, on to Smyths. This was the store I needed today, and it was my saviour. I mean, you've probably seen the thumbnail, you know what's coming, right? But I did look at all the Funko they had in stock today, and they did have quite a lot. And I love it when I come to Smyths and find new things. So there's the Pale Girl. I never thought we'd see Terrifier in Smyths in 1,000 years, but apparently Smyths are cool with it.
So that's cool with me. So they did have that really cool one, and they had some new, like this one, the Green Ranger. That is awesome. They still had a bunch of the Power Ranger ones in. Daredevil as well, the new Punisher and Daredevil's in stock. Skull Eater, I'm seeing this for the first time on the shelves at Smyths. Very cool looking Funko Pop by Monster High. I like that one. Some of the new Harry Potter ones are starting to land, and the Wicked Pops are starting to appear. Very cool indeed to see both of those on the shelves, and they're starting to get the DC Sonic crossover Funkos in stock. I've seen the figures, now we're seeing the Funko, and the Stranger Tales Ghost Rider was in stock today. I can't wait to see more of these starting to drop. I'm going to probably pick up Ghost Rider and Morbius, but I kind of want to get them together. And here's Knuckles as Superman. That is a really cool Funko Pop. I kind of want Knuckles as Superman, and I kind of want Shadow as Batman. They are both very cool Funkos that I'm thinking about adding to the collection. And they had this really cool Sonic with Caliburn as well. This is a very cool Funko, and it's from the 2025 convention as well. So it's a con exclusive, very cool indeed. And look at this, Pinky and the Brain. The Pinky and the Brain. I almost bought this, I can't lie. I love Pinky and the Brain, and that is such a cool set to have. Here is Glinda from the new Wicked as well. I like that one. There's so much cool stuff, and look what's on the shelves, guys. Tiny Nightmares are now in Smyths Toys. Very, very cool to see these on the shop floor. These are $9.99 each. Alien Romulus, there's the Scorch Xenomorph, a beautiful looking Funko Pop. I almost bought that this morning, I can't lie. I do want that Five Nights at Freddy's 4-pack as well. Still, the Nightfall Batman is here, and a bunch of other stuff as well. This is a well-stocked store, and some of the older Pops now are starting to drop off on discounts, so it might be worth going to your local Smyths and seeing what's on the discount in your store. Every store will be different, it just depends on what stock is left over. The Animaniacs are starting to appear in store now as well. They had Wacko and Yakko, I think they're called, but they didn't have Dot, who was the girl one. But they did have the main one. And they also had... Oh, I nearly dropped him. And then they also had Wacko. I'm pretty sure it's called Wacko. The small one with the hat on. Yeah, he was always my favourite. I loved Wacko. Such a cool character. I loved the Animaniacs. Hello, nurse! And they had these collectible keychains now. Again, same price as the little blind bags there, $2.99, not bad at all. And the Stranger Things stuff is on the shelves in this particular store as well. They have the Hunt and Battle smaller versions of the Stranger Things line, which are very cool, and then the larger, more collector-friendly versions as well, including Dustin, Eleven, and the Demogorgon. Still can't bring myself to buy them, though. Then we've got these cool DC comic crossover figure sets. I love that Knuckles in the Superman costume, and I love Shadow as Batman. I may have to grab some of these, I don't know. Would you watch a review of me unboxing them? And of course, the Five Nights at Freddy's Jazwares line is finally in store. I was so happy to see these on the shelves, finally, after all this time. Mangle is definitely coming home with me today. There's Bonnie as well. Bonnie is so cool, Toy Bonnie there. And there's Toy Freddy as well, but no Chica that I could see. So stick around for the end of the video to see what I got. Guys, I'm back from shopping, and I've got a few things to share with you. So, as you saw this morning, we did go all over the place. I went to Menkind, first of all, and to be fair, didn't have a lot in that particular store. I am going to a Menkind on the 24th or 5th, I think it's a Saturday, because the one at Meadowhall is having a bit of a event for the launch of the... thingy movies, the It movies, the It TV series, Welcome to Derry. They're doing like a event in the store, so I'm going to go to that, and I've been invited along. Funko are doing that with them, so I think there's going to be a few more Funkos drop or something, I don't know. But I'm going to that on the 25th. I've just checked on the date. That's what I'm looking over here from. 25th, I'm doing that. So I wasn't too fussed at this Menkind, because this is a different Menkind. This was the one in Leeds, and it didn't have a lot in it. It was rubbish. But I did find a few other bits. And obviously you saw that I did go to Smyths, and we did see the new Five Nights at Freddy's figures. Show you those in a little bit. But some other things that I found while I was out today. These are Kinder Surprise DC Playmobil ones. I remember talking about these with Triple G Comics on a live stream a little while ago. But they now have Superman, Batman, and you can get all the different characters in Playmobil. And I kind of want that Harley Quinn and Joker. And I would like a Batman, let's be honest. So, I do love me some DC Comics and Batman, so I've got those to try. Also, before we get on to the Five Nights, I did also find this. So, we have... Do you remember a little while ago I bought a graphic novel of... It's the night before Christmas and it's the battle for the Pumpkin King. And basically, Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington go head-to-head to find out who's going to be the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. And it was the prequel to the film. Well, a little while ago, they made a book called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, which I believe is a sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, Disney have now turned that into a graphic novel with some lovely looking artwork in it that's inspired obviously heavily by The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it just looks really nice. So I had to get this to give it a read. Very excited to read it. It's a big, thick book as well. Guess how much this is? So right now, W.H. Smith's, this was originally $8.99, right? But because it's a Halloween book, they are selling all their Halloween books dirt cheap. 50% off, in fact. So, let me just pull that down there. Don't want to show any of that. Sorry, I'm just putting it to the bit where I want to show you what I don't want to display any of that bit. But yeah, basically, this is £4.49. So this was half price, more or less. What an awesome book for a couple of quid. Happy days. £4.49 for a big graphic novel. I am happy with that purchase. But that is not all I picked up today, guys. I also obviously went to Smyths, and we did see the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's figures. Now, they had 3 on the shelf at the one near me. We have Bonnie. Bonnie looks really cool. This is such a cool figure. This is Toy Bonnie. Now, you can also get Toy Freddy in this collection. There is Toy Chica, and there is Mangle. Today, I was able to find Toy Bonnie, and there is a jump scare action. She has got a button in the back, and you push that, and the hands go into the pose, which is cool. These are the new Jazwares figures. So we've got Toy Bonnie. I was also able to find Toy Freddy, and it also says these have glowing eyes, which is very cool. So we've got a Toy Freddy to try. But the one that I was most excited for, we did find Mangle. So I'm happy that I got Mangle. So the only one I'm missing out of this line now is Toy Chica. I'm hoping I can find that real soon. And people have been asking me for ages, will I be reviewing like the Endo packs and some of the other 2-packs and things like that are coming out? Yes, I will. I've always said I would always review these. They were always going to be on my channel. I love Five Nights at Freddy's, and it fits within my little horror niche that I am sticking with. But I had to get these, right? These were inevitable. So I'm going to do the review of these very soon. So stay tuned, guys. But there's so much more still to come on the channel, and you're not going to want to miss the review of these. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. And guys, I just want to say a massive thank you all very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. But until then, guys, stay super